Good morning. Started a couple minutes late because I'm hooking up something here, and I don't know whether you hear me or not. Um, we'll see. I don't. I have a microphone, and I'm wondering if it works. So somebody has to come on and tell me whether it works. So let's see. Maybe I can turn on my phone. Go on my phone and we're going to be without music because for some reason I lost my thing. I've got to re-download it. I don't know what happened, but let's see. It says I'm live, but I'm not playing. I don't know. Something's going on here. Well, the microphone's working. Good morning, Walker Magnet. How are you today? Guess the microphone's working all right, as I hear it on my phone. So, is it better than? Good morning, Walker Magnet. How are you today? Well, I hope it's better than it was before. Character Alley loaned me her microphone that she uses, and for she uses it for making vocals. So anyway, she loaned it to me, and it seems to be working just fine. Oh, thanks. Okay. Won't go forward. I'm going to be behind, so I'm going to turn that off. I won't mess with the music part of anything. I'm going to be going over some things that I found yesterday because it was my first time out in weeks, and had a fairly good live for myself. So we'll see what happens here. Had some surface finds. We I'll be turning the camera around here like I did before, so that we can see things a little better, and you don't have to look at me. But might as well get on that. I hadn't. I hadn't set this up for that yet because I was working on the microphone, making sure that works. So we'll get our drop cloth here down underneath here so that don't have to look at the work table. I'm right here. Just hang on just a second. I got. Got just a couple things to do here. I was more concerned about getting the microphone working than getting everything else set up. So we will be taking care of this real quick. So, okay, now we got that all set up. That didn't take too long. Uh-oh. Just a second. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to turn this around. Hey, William E., how's it going? Hey, Jamie, good morning. How's everything? Missed you yesterday. Hope you found something good yesterday. So, hey, Jamie, you're one of the ones that has a little bit of a problem hearing me. How's it going this morning? I have this nice microphone that Character Alley loaned me. Hey, Tom Kingery, how you doing? Well, I got lots of finds here. We got some surface finds. We got a lot of things that I'm going to be showing on yesterday on the live. I didn't find anything really outstanding as far as anything ridiculous, but or even a good ring or anything like that. But on my live, I cleaned around the table so I wouldn't be walking all over the place, and still trying to baby that toe so that I don't have a problem with it. And so there's, hang on one second. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see the table and not me. So I can show you what we found. All right, here we go. Let's see, camera turned around. We'll drop it down this way. And that looks like it's going to work pretty good right there. And we'll start with something here just to find my spot, my sweet spot here. Okay, so then I'm going to mark that with something cool here. I'll just, come on. Gotta get, well, there we go. Okay, so replace it with that little doozy right there. That should stay right in that spot. Okay. So we got first off, my first find just before I went live was this quarter. We'll go in a little bit. Well, I got to move my sweet spot, don't I? Okay. There we go. that was my first find, and that was this right here. So I'd never found this quarter before. That's what's special about it. Nothing more than that, than it's being a quarter. If I hadn't found this particular one. Let's see if I can just zoom in on it so I don't have to hold it. There we go. It's a 2020. Yeah, right. So, not in great shape, but like I said, this is the first one like this that I had found. So, let me know if everybody hears me all right now with the new microphone. Something new to me. So, okay. Then I did get really lucky and find 4 dimes here. And this was all just around a table. I wasn't, looking anywhere else. If you get a chance to see my live, it was all in about a 10-foot square area. Thanks, Tom. Well, that's good to know, Jamie, that you can hear me all right. That's, I know you were one of the ones. And William, how's everything with you on the sound end? Mint mark. I don't. Yeah, that's a D, right? It's not in that bad a shape. It is toned and tarnished, but so if I ever do get a really good coin, then we're going to be able to see it just fine. Who needs a scope, right? No earbuds for now? Well, that's good. Earbuds, they start hurting my ears after a while. Okay, here's one of the dimes that I found. I haven't even checked these coins, except for the one copper. So, and this one, can we see the date on that one? Let's see. I have to move it around just a little bit as I zoom in here. It looks like a 2010, right? Yeah, kind of pixelated there when I get really close. Okay, we got a 2010. No biggie. Okay. And this one's maybe a little harder to read. That's the trouble with finding coins in a beach area, right? Oh, this one's not that bad. Another 2010. Oh, cool. Both of them D's. Now this one, let's see if I can. Ah. Oh, this one's a newer one, 2016. Okay. Thought that might have been an older one, the way it was kind of a little more silvery. And last but not least, the 2003. Okay, nothing really fantastic there. But that's still 4 dimes. And we got 2 nickels. So let's see what these two are. This is kind of neat to can look at them here. 1994. That's a little older. Now this is a newer one. So anyway, got only got the cycle once because I only found 1/4. But here's the thing that I wanted to look at here. Now this is a Zinken. This is a Zinken that where'd it go? Well, maybe I was wrong about it. Just looked like this. See the rim around it? Seems like it's a deeper rim, like the penny is recessed in deeper than most of the other Zinkens. I'm going to get this other Zinken out, put next to it, and you'll see what I mean. Well, maybe not. Maybe you don't see it. Let's see. This one looks almost as deep, but not quite. I mean, it's just a little bit deeper. Johnny Small Pepper, thanks for coming in. You guys are awesome. Check out what we found yesterday. I didn't spend a lot of time out there. I didn't want to do a lot of walking at all, so I didn't. I did go into the tot lot. I had to go into the tot lot. And I'll show you what I found in the tot lot in a minute. But did get some coppers. So, come on. And 1979. 1979 seems to be a prominent year for me. This one's black. But it's always good to get coppers. I think we got a couple surface fine coppers too. Here, we're going to check those in a second. Some of our surface fines are kind of nifty. This one, I like this one. It's a party ring. Goes in my collection of party rings. So, good old Mickey. Let's see. Maybe there aren't any surface fine coppers. No, that's definitely not. Yes, there is. There's a surface fine copper, 1973. Yeah, it's always good to find Disney stuff. So, if we count the surface fines, there's something cool. A lance for that one is unused, so it's safe. If we count the surface fines, we can move up to 2 cycles, because we did get 1 surface fine quarter that wasn't dug up. And hey, Luke, how you doing, brother? Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate you guys coming in to see what we found. So we got some zinkins, surface fines. So we got and a nickel, surface fine. So too bad we didn't get more quarters. But the surface fine change right there. And this one is just really gone the way of the zinkin. Okay, we'll add some decoration to it from the surface fines here. So these aren't all the surface finds. We've got another bag full of surface finds that are a little more fun than just change. That's pretty good to find change just on the surface, though. Then you have all this other stuff that just hanging out. But always have to find a lighter. This one's been dismantled already, so I'm just going to toss this one. But I usually do this myself if they're empty. Take that lighter apart, take the metal out, put it in my scrap so it adds a teeny bit of weight. And then we get rid of that. So we're going to toss that. And then these are the cool finds that you want to get off of the park, out of the park. And, you know, it amazes me all the time what people will just leave for other people to take care of, right? So if ever anybody asks you, even if you've never found one, you can always say, look, I'm looking for dangerous items, because you're going to find them. Gregory, good morning. How you doing, brother? Hey, it's not going to be long. I'm going to be well enough to spend a whole day out sometime here, and you and I are going to get together and go find a good place to hunt. I still haven't disregarded that at all. So how are you doing, Gregory? You staying well? You know, Jamie's saying that he hopes you're well, but I'm hoping you stay well. So, Luke, you've been working really hard on that house. It's really pretty impressive what I've seen that you've done so far. So, back to the good stuff here. So it's amazing that people would just disregard their tackle. I mean, this is a fishing place, obviously. This is a place where people, a recreational place, right? And people fish there, and people swim there, they're not supposed to fish where they swim, so this shouldn't happen. But I find hooks all over the beach and in the water close to where people swim and where they swim. So it really makes sense to get it out of there. But these weren't found where people swim, but they do boat there, and they run around barefooted all the time, you know. So really nice to get the dangerous stuff out. We want to make sure that we don't leave it. We want to make sure that people know that we don't leave it, right? That we keep them in mind. Well, I dulled my knife. That's not cool. I got to sharpen that up. So, lead is always good to get off the ground and into my pot. So, that's the dangerous stuff there. Let's see. I'll show you what I got out of the tot lot after I shut my live down. It wasn't much, but I did get a hot rod, and it's not a Hot Wheels. Yes, it is a Hot Wheels. Ah, I didn't see the Hot Wheels right in the middle there. I was looking up here and here, and there it is a Hot Wheels. Cool. Got to pay more attention. Then I got that right there. That was a surface find in the tot lot. It's cool. That Transformers Camaro, right? That's a Bumblebee, right? No, I haven't gotten your package yet. I'm looking forward to it, though. I go to the post office today, Gregory, and it might be there when I get there, but it hasn't showed up yet. So I'll check my my post office site. So this one does go into the Hot Wheels collection. Yeah, one of my favorite things is cars. Sad that the kid lost them, but good for my collection. Okay, so then I got these two things out of the tot lot. I guess the kids like these little spring-loaded cord locks. But almost thought these sound like rings because of the spring in them. They give that kind of a, not gold rings or silver rings, but they sound like little cheap kids rings. So, then another surface find I showed right at the beginning, little iPhone adapter. I guess that's a lightning plug, right? Got some sparklies, more sparklies. These will go in with the decorations to someday replace something else. Okay, now this, I'm going to bring this over here. Is that as high as that'll go? Maybe I push it up just a little bit more. And now I guess not. Oh, definitely let you know as soon as I get it, Gregory. Yeah, they do. And hat strap adjusters. hat ties to keep your hat on. Okay, here comes the junk. So, as you can see, this is part of what I dug. Well, this is everything that I dug on my live right here. And as you can see, I dug a lot more of the treasure trash than I dug of the pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And you can see it a lot better here. I don't know what was going on with my phone yesterday. It just would not focus on anything. So, got a lot of could be's. The could be's rule the park. Could be's and bottle caps. So, happy chappy. Good morning. So, got lots and lots of squawking signals, and I knew this was going to happen. This is just around, like I said, 1 10-foot square area. And I did get a lot of trash cleaned up. It looks like your last hunt. Well, you know what? If you're hunting, if you're really hunting, this is what a hunt looks like, right? If you're just out there looking for the best signals and trying to find the coins and stuff, the coin shooting and stuff, of course you don't get all of this stuff. You know, you don't dig the bread ties and the wires and the bottle caps and the aluminum foil, and you just don't dig all of that when you're out there and just coin shooting or looking for gold, looking for silver. But you're more likely to find it. I'm surprised I didn't find something there because of all of these signals. I thought if I got most all of this out, then I would find some good signals there. And I did find the change. And that, you know, but, and the change was all amongst this, so I didn't find the change elsewhere. Gregory, you know what? When we do get together, maybe we can make it sooner than later, not to hunt, but I'm not an expert by any means at all, an expert, but I can show you how to post a video and you can get started on that, and it'd be real easy for you as long as you've got a phone. You don't have to have a computer. You don't have to have a camera. The phone, that's how I started, was just with my phone. And I use my phone a lot. I use my phone for uh, almost all my shorts and stuff, and I use it for my lives. And so, yeah, I did dig a lot of holes. Well, I was mostly on my knees. William, I was mostly on my knees. I didn't walk. I didn't walk a lot. And that's one thing, that with a wound on your foot, you put pressure on it. And if you walk a lot and a lot of motion, the up and down motion of your foot walking, that that will cause a big problem. But I sat down at the bench a lot, and I was on my knees a lot. I shortened the shaft on my metal detector for a lot of it, and sat down and got on my knees, and that way I wasn't walking around. And I stayed in that 10-foot area, I did walk over to the tot lot, and I did walk through the tot lot, but I didn't do it too much, and it didn't have any derogatory effects on my toe. And this morning when I changed the bandage on it, it looked really good. And if it's doing anything right this minute, it's healing too fast. I don't want it to heal so fast that it closes up and causes a pocket, And so you guys probably don't want to hear all of that. I did find another surface find here. This is one of those forks, extended forks like an antenna. So, nice handle. I could probably use that for something. If not, it goes in the scrap. Adds to the weight. So, and don't even know what these things are doing out. Pieces of junk like this out in a park. But we try to pick up all of this kind of stuff when we go, just because, we see it on the surface, we're going to pick it up. If I dig it up, I take it with me. I won't overdo it. I'm sitting around again. I have other things I got to do, but yeah, I promise I won't overdo it. So, okay, that was my digs for the 2 hours. I dug a lot of holes, and that that was mine. And I'm going to bring up the surface find, because they do get buried. But, oops. And here's some stuff that didn't get buried. There's another pile that was just on top. And take a magnet and pick those up, and so they don't get buried. So the next time I go out there, these won't be in the ground. So there's tent stakes and bottle tops, and magnet won't pick up the could be's, so we don't have a bunch of could be's there. But there's just pieces of wire and stuff the magnet picks up just fine. And so that pretty much over doubled my bottle cap Lucky James, thanks for coming in. Appreciate all of you guys being here. Is everybody hearing me all right with my new microphone that Character Alley provided for me? My daughter loaned me her microphone because y'all were saying that you're having such a hard time hearing me. So she loaned me a microphone that works on the iPad here. Cool. So, alrighty. So we got a bunch of surface finds there. That goes in the scrap. This is probably going to cause me to take the 5-gallon bucket that I have. I have a 10-gallon bucket full, and I have a 5-gallon bucket that's full. So I'll probably have to pour the 5-gallon bucket into another 10-gallon bucket. So I have 20 gallons of bottle caps alone. But find other things. They just leave their trash. Not dangerous, but stuff that I want to get rid of. This isn't counting the bottles and cans either that we pick up, that we put into our recycling. I don't even show that kind of stuff because, you know, that's just, everybody leaves their bottles and cans. So, but this is trash going in my trash that should have went in the trash at the park, but or they should have took it home with them. It's just they put new line on their reel, looks like, and just left this out there to have somebody else pick up. Hey, we make street tacos right here. I mean, really easy. You just go to Smart and Final and get those little tortillas that are this big and put the fixings in, and they're the best street tacos, is off the street tacos. Here's another surface find. It's a water bottle. Batman. So a little steam cleaning, and that one will be good to go. Didn't run out of things already, did I? Did I really? I got there. Put Mickey back out there. There. Something to look at other than me. Thank you guys for coming and spending your time with me. We're up to 2226. I was hoping that Corning Around would come in. As a while back I hit the 222 on my subs, and now I hit the 222 on my watch hours. So Matchbooks were something you collected everywhere you went. When I was a kid, you would get a matchbook every restaurant, every gas station, every store. They had matchbooks, boxes of them. Yeah, coasters and pins, is a lot of good things. You want them a little longer? Okay. Okay, well, I was kind of making them short so people would watch them, but if you want some longer ones, I'll make some longer ones. I have to go out at night, though, and there's some really creepy people out there at night. I, I wish I could have found the rest of Bumblebee because this is a Transformer car. I wish I could have found the rest of that, but that's all that was there. Oh, yeah, I like finding any, kids' rings and stuff. The Disney stuff is fun. We have a daughter-in-law that lives and breathes Disney, and all my kids love it. We used to take them to Disneyland when every chance we could, but we might be going to Disneyland next month. Not Disneyland, but probably California Adventure, and my toes should all be healed up. But gonna get a wheelchair anyway if we go. Just that way I don't have to walk all around that big old huge place. And yeah, I remember those battery operated 4x4s. Well, I got a lot of stuff. I am I am amazed at the stuff that I have, the stuff that I've kept, and the stuff that I found. It's most people don't view it the same way that we do, Gregory. And I thought, well, I'll get a few of these rings, right? These little kids' rings, party rings. But I've almost got a box full of them now because they just leave them all over the place at the parks for their birthday parties and everything. Yeah, anything Mark Disney. I've found pins, and I've had people ask me to sell things. I have a Pirates of the Caribbean pin from the '90s, and I found that in a park. And as soon as I showed it, I had two people wanting to know if I was going to sell it. Then I just found that Pocahontas pen. I didn't realize what it was right away. That I had to look it up. I didn't recognize Pocahontas and John Smith from the animation. Yeah, if I keep any of this stuff, I guess permanently, I guess I'll have to put some shelves up. But right now, all my existing shelves are piled high with boxes and plastic boxes, toolboxes, and stuff full of stuff. It's not displayed in any way, it's just boxed up. Well, now, do you have the whistle to go along with it, William? That if you have a Wienermobile, you have to have a whistle, Oscar Mayer whistle, to go with it. Thanks for coming by, Chappie, and come back again real soon. I'm sorry you have to go back to work, but I know that you have to do that. It's something you have to do. So hang in there. Have a great day. God bless you for coming in and hanging out for a few minutes. I thank you guys for hanging with me here. I know you're doing it just to get me some watch hours, mostly. I know you come in to see what I got and see and talk to me and stuff, but you know, it's so much appreciated. I'm amazed at, you know, what some of you do and come see me all the time. And yesterday I thought more people, oops, I missed a bead. I thought that more people would be out Monday, but I can understand that most people had to work and have, Mondays are really hard because when you do something on Monday, a lot of people are just starting their week and it's really difficult. Well, there's a heart to go with the stars that we got, little star beads. You know, I had a discussion with that. I have some collectibles that I kept in the packages unhindered. Just for instance, I have some Star Wars comic books, and they're in the original packaging, cellophane, or not cellophane, it's actually a plastic bag, and it's still sealed. You know, the 3 comic books came together, and they're still sealed, and I was trying to sell them. I put them on for sale, And I had trolls come on trying to discredit my collectible because they said that it wasn't opened and they couldn't see the pages of the comic books. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about a troll that says that's no good because you can't see what you've got in the package? Hey, T-Rep. Good morning. Nope, I didn't sell them. I took them off because there were too many trolls, and I was on a site that I was trying to sell them on. It was a collectible site, and I guess it had been invaded by these trolls, and they were too bad for me to put up with. You know, they were arguing. They would argue when you weren't saying anything. But I've had some really good luck with collectibles that I've kept since the 70s in the packages, undisturbed, and there are people out there that want it that way. There are people that want the really cheap yard sale stuff. You know, they want it played with, and they want to collect it because it's played with, because they get it for 25 cents instead of $250. Yeah, yeah, they were. Well, they weren't as much trying to get me to open them, to devalue them, but they wanted me to sell them at a devalued price because you couldn't see them. You know, they wanted me to bring the price way down because if you can't see the product, you know, can't open it. Well, I've sold things that the tape was so yellowed that it peeled up, and uh, the tape was still there, 100%, but it peeled up, and but you could tell that the carton wasn't opened, that the tape was holding the lid shut, and that the carton hadn't been opened at all because it was still kind of stuck together. And people bought it because the tape was still on it, you know, from 50 years ago. I still have them, T-Rep. I still have other things too. I have a lot of different things that I've collected. I'm eclectic. What can I say? Yep. Yeah, one of the things I'm really sad about, I have the Star Wars collector's cards, and we opened so many packages. We were looking for cards, you know, specific cards, and we weren't thinking about the uh, the packages on those in particular because we were looking for specific cards, and we opened them all up, and we've got several sets of the cards, but they're all open, and they're all banded together and undisturbed other than that, but you know, they were opened and handled, so I don't know whether I'll ever find somebody who wants to buy those or not. Okay, Jamie. Hey, hang in there. Have a good afternoon. Great Scott. How are you today, brother? Thanks for popping in. Thanks again for spending your time, breaks and lunches and downtime, and just kind of hanging out here with me means a lot to me. I know it doesn't have to be that way. You guys can be doing something really great, but you chose to hang out here. Thank you so much for that. God bless you all. So since I'm not showing you anything, I guess I'll talk to you. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, let's get my camera back here in alignment. There we go. Look at me instead of Mickey. Whoa. Got Doc Brown hair here this morning. Yeah, indeed. Just so maybe add a couple more to that. I'm at 22226, and so there we go. So now I can sit back here, so you don't have to look at my wrinkly skin here, and put the microphone here. Oh, that sounds good. The mushrooms sound really good. Ghost peppers? Yum. Wow, now you're making me hungry, T-Rep. So, getting the camera adjusted just right as. There we go. So we having breakfast or lunch? Or both? Yeah, I'm gonna have breakfast as soon as I'm done here, and I don't know what I'm gonna have yet, but you're making me hungry, so yeah, I'll just talk about food all the time. Card rip videos. What, ripping up cards? Well, I don't have any cards to rip open live. I got cards I could look at. You got unopened Pokemon cards? Yeah, yeah. I could show cards, the cards that I have. Show some, a few of the collectible things that I might have that are interesting to people. I got some really weird things like little candy heads still full of candy. So got a couple things that people may have never seen. Yep, got some Pez too. I gave my grandson a C3PO Pez that was like 14 inches tall. And when the C3PO's head came back, it played the Star Wars theme. And I had that for 40 years. I gave it, we gave it to him for his birthday. And take it back. I can't do that. Did they make some Pez in Australia? I know they made them in Germany or something originally. Did you guys watch that show about the guy that brought Pez to the United States? and went and got all those different Pez's, and there was a Pez company in the United States that sued him and everything, and it was pretty interesting. I think the Pez was distributed a lot on eBay. That auction house that I get auctions from every once in a while, they had somebody passed away and they got a whole collection of Pez stuff. They had Pez market stands, you know, the big wire stands that they put the Pez on with the little hooks and stuff. Hang the Pez up. They had all kinds of Pez stuff that this gentleman that passed away collected. It was tempting, but I don't need that stuff. I don't need any more stuff like that. Yeah, you guys remember what the original Popeye, any of you, look like? Evidently, Gregory does. He was pretty funky looking. Especially the Pez. So, yeah, I don't know about Australia, but you know, if you watch that thing that's on Netflix about the guy that he actually smuggled Pez into the United States in the beginning. I'm not a former collector of junk. I collect junk. A lot of people think my treasure trash is junk. So I've got this microphone way over by the iPad, and is it still picking up well enough? Do you guys hear it, or am I getting too far away from it? First time I've used the microphone. Character Alley gave it to me or not gave it to me, loaned it to me. Well, that's true. I do recycle it. There's a lot of stuff that I have that I need to find a way to recycle it. Gregory, thank you so much for popping by. We need to get together, seriously. Maybe we can just have coffee sometime and I can help you with some videos real quick and show you how easy it is. And I know that you could probably already do it by yourself, but it'd be a reason to get together and have coffee. So, later, brother. Thanks for hanging out. God bless you. Take care. Be safe. Really appreciate you coming by, all of you. So, guess the Niners broke their winning streak here. You went to top messages? That it happens to me once in a while. I don't know why. Happens to me when it goes to top messages, so you only see the ones coming in, not the live messages. It's it is annoying. At least sitting here, I don't have any trouble reading the chat. Even yesterday, while I was digging, it's really hard sometimes to even see the chat on the phone. And my phone was doing something weird yesterday with focusing. I wonder what was going on with that. It doesn't seem to be having that problem right now. And I don't understand why it was having such a problem yesterday. Nothing's changed except that I was outside. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't do anything to fix it, but now it's working. Yesterday, I couldn't focus on anything up close, and that upset me. None of my none of my finds are really visible, so they're all fuzzy and everything. So probably won't get too many people interested in looking at them because it was really terrible. Well, William, I make them short. They're part of my shorts, uh, but I can make them a little longer and then clip shorts. I guess remix shorts out of them, but seems like if I go over a certain time, a certain amount of seconds or over a minute, it seems like most people aren't interested in watching. They just kind of shoot through it if it's more than a minute long, and sometimes more than, if it's more than 30 seconds, they don't want to spend the time. But I'll make some longer ones for you. I'll maybe what I'll do is I'll string what I've got together into one long one, and then that way, then when I get out and I do some more tonight, I think I'm going to try and get out tonight because I need to, if I'm going to continue this through next week, I've got to get a few more. So, um, yes, it was huge. It was a corner lot, and it was a huge display. It was a pretty good one too, and I didn't do it justice really from seeing it in person. Well, you never do, and there were people around me there in the way and looking, and so But I'll make some longer ones. I'll try to make them, you know, a little bit longer. I think the one that is 9 seconds, I think that's all I had because I was kind of double parked and there was traffic coming. So I had to get out of the way. So, but yeah, if you're interested in them, I'll make some more. I'll make videos for just one person. I don't care. Somebody asks me to make a video as long as it's understandably family friendly and something they're interested in, I'll make a video for it. I'm not a videographer, but I'll make a video for it. Yeah, somebody suggested that I do some 3D printing videos, so I'm thinking about something that would be really cool to print on my 3D printer that people would be interested in watching a sped up version, you know, or a time lapse or something like that of a 3D print. We might do that. Oop! Reaching for my coffee and hit the table. I got to think of something that we can do. It's going to be a couple more weeks before I'm going to be 100% healed up. But I know I'm going to be 100% healed up by the 1st. So it's going that fast. I got to slow it down so that it won't create another problem. So so don't forget to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. You can tell me if you don't like anything, you know. I do take criticism really easily, you know, or uh, take it into consideration. If somebody has a comment to make, as long as it's a sane comment. Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing some things. You know, I cut down a tree and I put that on the first tree that I cut down. I had a lot of views on. The second tree I cut down, not so much. So I'm always amazed at what hits the feed, and it's like right now the top thing on the feed whoa, I just went oops. Somebody just unsubbed me while I'm watching. Somebody unsubbed me. I had 2,559 and now I got 2,558 just in a second. So that's cool. Somebody didn't like me saying like it or dislike it, and so they went and disliked it. And, so no, I don't know. They probably just fell off. Yeah, YouTube probably did it. You know, that just fell off. You know, because 366 days ago, everything that I got that day falls off. Watch time, subs, everything, pretty much. Because they look back that far, and if somebody's not actively watching you, then they'll take it off. So that's probably right. It was probably a YouTube thing. But if I go into my analytics, uh, my views took a dive because I went a day and a half without putting on any shorts really, and so my views went. Sorry. Okay. I always offer the people that opportunity. So if that sounds negative, I won't do that anymore. A couple other people have told me that sounds negative, but I always want to offer the opportunity for somebody to say, "Hey, I didn't like that," but you know, I don't want to be negative either. I'm trying not to be negative. Let's see. Actually, I'm not doing that bad. There's 7 days. Uh, I still have almost 100,000 views for 7 days, so that I'm happy that people are viewing. It has dropped off uh, the last couple of days because I just haven't done anything. Sunday, I didn't put any shorts on, and yesterday I only put four with the Halloween one. So, I've been usually putting on uh, 5 a day plus the Halloween one, so 6 a day. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for constructive feedback. William gives me constructive feedback all the time. Uh, So um, that's all I'm looking for is constructive feedback. Because I want people to tell me what bugs them. If it doesn't make any sense, I'm going to ignore it. But if it makes sense, I'm going to listen to people. I guess it comes down to what you see is what you get, right? And I don't want to do anything that's not real either. Okay, note taken, William. And I have other people say that when I say certain things, it sounds negative, and I don't want it to be that way. Definitely don't want it to be that way. So I need to see if just one thing. I need to see if the short I put on this morning, because it's so fuzzy, I don't know whether anybody looking at it yet or at all. So let's see what it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it hasn't hit the feed yet, so we're cool. Yeah, I am winging it. I always wing it. I I have you know I have tried to plan things, but I always wind up winging it because it's always uh, what I plan. Something always comes up to make it different in some way, you know, and it's almost always good way, you know. So whatever happens turns out good. I don't think I've ever had anything turn out bad, except that you know, from my own uh, disorganization. So that's why I always tell everybody my misadventures, because uh, it's not like it's not like I have a um, goal every single day to do this, and I stick to that goal, and I do this right by the script. You know, there's no such thing for me. It's more like Lewis and Clark. You know, I'm, you know, looking for the end goal. And whatever happens in between happens, right? So, and we just have to hope that everything happens for the best, you know, and nothing for the worst. So I always want the best to happen. So I guess that's why I ask for people to give me comments and stuff. And when I do make a mistake, I want somebody to tell me, you know. So, but you're right, I wing it. There you go. It's the hunt. It's the and whatever you do. Hey, Jamie, welcome back. I I just do what I do. I'm not doing anything special to get so many subs. I just like sharing what I do, just like I'm doing right now. I haven't done anything special, and sometimes I wonder, William, why I get subs. Like uh, I did some remixes from some of my beach hunts, you know, at the lake, and I found some uh, tent stakes. Okay, tent stakes aren't really special, right? I mean, I got 3 tent stakes yesterday. You guys saw them on my live yesterday. When did I get so many? I I've just been getting a few all the time, and then lately I've been putting on my shorts. I guess one of the reasons I've gotten almost 1,000 shorts lately, the last few months, is because I'm following a couple of things that Metal Detecting with Randy told me. I actually, on almost every one of my videos, my shorts, I ask subscribe. I just put subscribe on either the top or the bottom, depending on where my, if the, uh, let's see, let's do it this way with Mickey. If Mickey is here on my my short, then when I put it up on the camera and it is at the bottom, I put the sub up here, subscribe up here. If it's up here in the camera, then I put it down here so that people can see it. And I've added that. That's something I never did before. And I was getting, you know, 10, 20 subs a week. And then I started putting on, Randy said, pick your times. He didn't tell me when. He just said, pick your times and do shorts every single day on those times. So I started doing shorts on 9 in the morning, put it on 11 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. So every 2 hours, I put on a short. 9, 11, 1, 3, 5. And then I waited until 9 o'clock again to put on the last short. And then I was putting the Halloween ones on at midnight. But I moved the Halloween ones up to 9 o'clock because that way, people that don't stay up until midnight might be able to see it when I put it on. So that's the way I'm going to be doing it from now on. So I'll be putting on shorts 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then a Halloween short at 9 o'clock. And people started watching my shorts more. I mean, I don't know whether that time that I picked it myself. I didn't get anybody else to pick it. What do you mean being rude? I don't ever remember you being rude, Jamie. So don't talk about being rude because you're not. You go and come, and it's just fine. So don't feel like you're being rude. So anyway, that's what Randy told me to do, and I would share that with anybody. Randy would share that with anybody. Randy is he's found that it gets subs. So all of a sudden, when my shorts were being viewed a lot, not all the time. I mean, I could get 1,000 or 2,000 views and not get one sub. But then there'll be something, for some reason, a tent stake or a piece of treasure trash. My treasures don't really get a lot of subs. Most people, I get 2 or 3 subs from a ring or a bracelet or a necklace. I appreciate that, Jamie. I know you do. So the subs are coming. I kind of don't want to jinx it, but and I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to swap out subs or anything, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But if I go into my shorts, that like that, this little car, I put that on as a short when I found it, and it almost immediately went up to like over 1,500 views within just an hour or so, and got 3 subs at the same time within that hour. But then it hasn't done anything since. Then I go back to the one I was talking about. I got 2 tent stakes, and I found them just within a few minutes of each other on the same video. So I put them up as shorts because I was running out of remixes. I was running out of things to put up. So I put the 2 tent stakes up, and both totally different, found at different times, but in the same hunt. And one got 6,500 views. The other one got 4,600 views. The one that got 4,600 views, now it's going up right now. It's starting to go up. It's got 12 subs on a tent stake. 12 people decided to sub me because of that tent stake. So that's how I'm getting them, is just the shorts. The shorts are fantastic for getting them, and Randy suggested I do them on a regular basis. That's right, T-Rep. Blistering and rude do not go together. I mean, you guys are all great, but blistering is got to be uh, number one on the supporters list. I think he's probably number one on all y'all's list, right? Gotta give away tent stakes. Well, maybe that, maybe that would be something that people would want. I don't know. I have, uh, those tubs, little wash tubs that you get when you're in the hospital. I've got several of those because I've been in the hospital a few times, and I've got two of those tubs completely full of tent stakes, nothing but tent stakes. So I don't know. I've probably got close to 700 tent stakes or something like that. I don't know. Break time for William. You get a phone call. So anyway, I I don't want to jinx anything, but the things that surprise me most, uh, it's like I posted a short on bobby pin, a bobby pin like this, only it was all bent out of shape, And here, let me see if you can see it. I don't know whether you can see that or not. No, hang on. Probably be able to now. Can you see that bobby pin? Yeah, you can. Okay. I posted that. I dug it out of the edge of the water, you know, and look at what it did. So people want to see the real stuff that you dig out. I would never, ever contrive any kind of a dig at all. I do just fine. Shaving your beard off? Did you shave your beard off, T-Rat? I don't know. I don't know whether I can shave it off or not. I thought about trimming my hair, but I taught my daughter how to cut hair. I used to cut hair, and I cut all my sons' hair. I had 4 sons, and I cut their friends' hair. I cut my son-in-law's hair. I cut all kinds of people's hair. Um, and I taught my daughter how to cut hair, and she's the only one that cuts my hair, and I'm due. She hasn't cut my hair in months, but I figured it was the persona of incognito. Here, this is incognito. This is what incognito looks like. And if I cut that off, what do I have? I know a couple people that would like to cut my beard off. Metal detecting with Randy does things like pouring candy and marbles into bowls and stuff like that, getting sounds people like that too. There's somebody that likes something, for everything that you might do, as long as it's clean and, you know, funny to, if it's funny to one person, somebody's going to look at it, you know. I love to look for funny things. I like to laugh when I get a chance. I love to laugh. I don't think people laugh enough. I know I don't laugh enough. There's too many serious things, and laughter's the only thing that, pushes that aside. So I think it's funny. I think that people think it's funny when I find a bobby pin or a bolt or something. They know that I'm out there searching for treasure, and I find all this treasure trash, and so they think it's funny. And I think that's what they look for, and that's what they watch, because it's something that gave them a laugh. Hey, he found a bobby pin. Gave him a laugh. So they were waiting for me to give them something else to laugh at, right? Something else that is weird or funny. It's like when you find surface finds, weird and funny. I don't think I have any marbles left. Well, maybe a few. I find a bunch of steel ball bearings and stuff like that. But now, who finds a lot of marbles and shows marbles is Looter 8. Shout out to Looter 8. Go see Looter 8 when you get a chance. See him dig up marbles and glass jars and bottles. Sometimes that's what got me started. Now I don't watch as much as I did because I was out there hours and hours and hours digging myself. So it's healthier for me to go digging and get dirty than it is to sit and watch. But then I ask people to watch me. So, and you guys are really good at that. So the subs, if I go in there right now, oh, we got one of my subs back. That one, it went down to 58, now it's 59. So I'm over the halfway mark to 2,600. That's pretty cool. That's really good. You know, I figure for every one sub that I get, then I've got somebody that's going to watch 10 minutes of my videos. Oh, I'm not going to probably do a live every day. Probably cut it way back after I get my watch hours. This is just my goal. I don't know any other way to do it, and I don't want it to take 2 years. So, because you guys are so kind as to watch me, it's getting me up there, 2-3 hours a day, and it's going faster, and possibly, once I get to that point, I think the harder you try for things, the longer it takes in your own mind to do things. But it is going a lot faster than if I just put up a video every week. If I put one video up, well, sure, that would be my next goal, to get to 4,000. But I don't think that I would press so hard as to try to do it as fast. So, yeah, I don't know whether I've had people say they've played my playlists, and I don't think that playing the playlists really gets you any watch hours, or maybe a few minutes, but uh, I have hours. If you put on my lives, they're anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours, in there someplace. If you play that whole list of that playlist, that should give me a lot of watch hours, but it doesn't. Thank you, Jamie. Thanks for saying that. It makes me feel better. Uh, yeah, you need to leave comments. Right, William. If you don't leave a comment, if people don't leave comments, YouTube doesn't take it as a view if you don't say something about it. So really, you'd have to go in, I think. Yeah, and Grace Scott probably right too. If you have already watched it once, they're not going to count it again. So that's one of the reasons that I'm doing the shorts and trying to get subs, because I think for every sub they might give you 10 minutes of watch time sometime. Right? So if you look at it that way, and Jamie comments on everything, even if it's just a couple of emojis. I try to comment on people's stuff when I go in and watch, just to let them know I was there. But most of the things that I watch are live, because I'll go in and I'll watch Jamie's stuff, because Jamie's one of my top supporters. Anybody that I can go to Grace Scott, try and spend some time with him. I can go to Coin Around, spend some time with him. But this is kind of a stranger thing than I thought I was going to do. It's really strange to me. I thought that I see these guys with their videos before when I was watching them, and they put up their videos, and a lot of them are funny personalities and stuff. I don't know what people think of me, because people don't tell me what they think of me. So, tell me what you think of me by being here. When you're here, then I know that these people that are watching and talking, and they're people I associate with. And the difference is I thought it was just going to be put a video up and nobody was going to care about me, didn't care what I looked like or anything. And then I heard that somebody wanted to see what I looked like, put my face up here. So I was reluctant to do that, because I didn't want people, having to see what I look like. It was just one of those things. I don't care now. I don't care. This is what I look like, you know. And so it was just a strange thing to do this than I thought. It was more strange than I ever thought it would be. And but it is what it is, right? And I'm going for it, and I got a goal, and I'm gonna stick with it until I get the goal. If it starts going backwards, if it flips, then we'll see what changes then. Yeah, I think you were on Great Scott, and I think Great Scott asks a bunch of you to come over and raid my live one time. That's when I was doing uh, lives. I just first started. I just barely started doing lives, and I was going to do my live and then have everybody that was on my live go to Great Scott and do that type of thing, have them go to Great Scott afterwards. But then Great Scott did a switch on me and switched up his hours, so now I've got my hours set, and so I'm doing these to keep it consistent until I get my goal. So, but yeah, Great Scott was probably where you came from to see what I do, because I was on watching Great Scott and he promoted me from his live. So I'm really appreciative of that as well. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with people, especially you, Jamie, because you, I don't know how you do it. What have you got, like 20 devices that you watch people on? Thanks, Great Scott. I appreciate that as well. But I think Jamie's got like, yeah, you're watching me, you're ending up your day, and I'm just beginning my day. So it was even harder when I was on earlier, because that was earlier in the afternoon for you. So you were doing other things. But that was, it's been really cool this last few weeks. You know, what have I've been doing this for about a few weeks, few months, because this is coming up on 2 years that I started digging. So in December. So in December is when I started metal detecting. Wasn't when I started my YouTube channel, because even though I had a YouTube channel from a long time ago, I revised it and I started that in the spring. So in spring, it'll be 2 years that I've had my channel. And there are other people that have started their channels and they're going a lot slower than I am. And like I said, I don't understand what makes things tick. I don't. And then there are other people that are really cool people, really, deserve it, but they just shot off, took off, and there's a couple that started after I did in metal detecting. One in particular has done really well, and let's see where he's at now. Monterey Magnet Man. Shout out to Monterey Magnet Man. Yo, Daniel. If anybody hasn't seen Monterey Magnet Man, you got to go take a look at him. Great Scott. Got to go take a look at him if you haven't seen him. Blistering Barnacles. gotta go take a look at him. And T-Rep, we got to give each other a hand, right? So if you haven't seen any of these guys, take a look at them. I know probably everybody here has seen something of everybody's. I think it was probably way back at Grandma Kelly's when Grandma Kelly was doing coffee, right? So T-Rep, I think that's the first time we met was on Grandma Kelly's and during the coffee. So if we go into Monterey Magnet Man, um, he started his metal detecting way after I did because I was watching him. We watched him when he was a magnet fisher, okay, and he was really funny as a magnet fisher. I mean, in the Monterey area and everything, and he's got now 9,500 subs, and now he's mainly on the beaches there in Monterey and Santa Cruz area in the bay, and stays on Capitola and the beaches in Monterey and Santa Cruz, goes down to the boardwalk and stuff. But people like to look at that area. That's a visitor's place, right? And so he shot up really fast. Just next thing I knew, he was at 4,000 subs and had no idea how he was getting the subs because he was just mainly doing videos, editing. He did a couple of lives, but nothing really constantly. He does a few shorts here and there, did some premieres for a little while, and now he just puts on a video of his hunts, and he's climbed up to almost 10,000 subs. So that's good on him, I tell you. It's hard work, and I think it's because of where he's at, mainly that he shot up so fast because people want to see Monterey and they want to see Santa Cruz and stuff, and they're not really that interested in the places that I go, parks and stuff like that. But I still get a lot of people looking at what I find, no matter where I go. So. Don't get hurt, William. Now you can put up some videos. You could put up some videos. You could put something up. Maybe you should shoot the marbles. What do you think about that? Yep, I would never do that. I would never do that. I don't think, and I don't think that's a good way to do things, only because um, I've always liked to earn my way into anything. And if I'm not good enough to do it, my money's not good enough to buy it. As far as accomplishments goes. Yeah, let's pressure William to post something. You can only do it once. No, never at the bottom of the list, William. But I was just now looking at the time. This last hour has just shot by, and I'm way past the 2 hour mark here now. So let's see. There's it? 12 minutes. Yep. You know what? I'm going to be on here for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Just long enough to say how much I appreciate you guys, and that, you know, you guys have made my day today to come and watch my rap and rap. And I got lots to do. I know you guys got lots to do. So in about 1 minute and 50 seconds, I'm going to shut her down after saying goodbye to you guys. Hope you guys have a peaceful day and an exciting day and a calm day. Everything that you wish to have happen today happens the correct way. God's blessings on all of you for being here for me, because that means the most. What? Yeah, we used to use them. I used to go pheasant hunting using marbles with a slingshot. So another 50 seconds. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you for the hours that you've given me. Thank you for being there for me. And you guys take the rest of your day and make the best of it. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the best of my day. I'm going to get something done today, and I'm going to get something marked off my list that I have to do. Maybe I can finish it 100%. So, you guys, you know, come see me on my next misadventure. Later, y'all. You guys hunt well and stay well. Let's hunt.